Welcome back. We're having a pretty good day after a while, actually, at 3 p.m. The bulls will feel they are in control, but it's a good time to get in. Nimesh, maybe he has a better sense in terms of how the flows are panning out. Well, Nimesh, green on the screen finally. The long-awaited relief rally finally comes about, 18,100 odd. What's the flow picture like?
You know, Nigel, the good part is that we are back to day's high. There was a bit of intraday profit booking, but again, we are back to the day's high. And I guess there is a bit of buying as well. So the sense is there's going to be a small ETF basket buying at a leading FI yesterday. So that will add up to the FI numbers for sure, is what I understand. I guess the good part is there is commitment from larger sectors. So IT stands out today. Good move in those stocks. The entire basket looked oversold last week, and then you're seeing a bit of a relief rally here. So I guess the TCS earnings today will be very important. The overall feedback is going to be a mixed set of numbers from TCS. So that number will be very crucial, not only for the IT stocks, but for the index as well. So because IT is a good weight as well. So that's going to be important for the Nifty to sustain from here on. The other two sectors which is doing good today is the insurance space on the back of strong monthly data, and the metal names are doing some good on the back of China opening up, and the fact that there is a bit of cool-off in the dollar index as well. So there's a bit of traction buying in those metal names as well, is what I understand. Having said that, we are still in that range between 17,800 on the downside and 18,300 on the upside. We need to break it on the either side for a decisive move from here on. So that's something, and I guess earnings can be a big trigger for that move, either on the downside or on the upside. So that's something to track. But I guess today's move is from oversold levels. We've bounced back, and there is a bit of support through some ETF buying at a leading FI desk.
Okay, so we'll watch out for the institutional number. Last few days, the FIs, they seem like they broke up with us, but let's see whether or not there is some money that comes back. Individual stocks, what are you picking up?
So in terms of individual names, the first stock on my list today is Kotak Mahindra Bank. 10 days back, I had alerted about a large block deal. Now the feedback is maybe the block is not happening. So a leading FI investor was likely to sell a large block, as I understand, has actually withdrawn the block. So maybe the supply overhang from Kotak Mahindra Bank will be out, at least in the near term. That's the overall feedback from the dealing. So that's the first one. The second stock on my list today is Laurus Labs. There was a large block, around 10 lakh shares equity changing hands, and I believe it was a clean-out trade from a leading seller. So that's why you're seeing a bit of a relief rally in Laurus Labs today. So that's the second one. The third stock is Power Grid. There was intraday, there was a large block, almost 2.4 crore shares changing hands, and there I believe a leading long-only fund was a seller in Power Grid today, and some domestic funds would have bought. Remember, it's a good dividend yield, and hence there is a bit of traction buying as well in Power Grid. And the last stock is Reddington. After a long time, I'm hearing a bit of buying interest back in that particular stock, up to 2% in today's trade. But I believe small buying traction is back in Reddington at leading FI desk.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Nimesh. We'll keep our eye out on those stocks. But Jet Airways public shareholders are staring at a wipeout